Oh, welcome back to the penultimate instalment of the countdown of the UK's 50 Best Indies, again hosted from the family-owned Ridgeview Wine Estate, who have won awards for both their wines and their environmental and business culture. Today, we're announcing positions 20 to 11. These are merchants that have really stood out, gone the extra mile, helping benchmark all that is good about this vibrant sector, and thus secured a place in our top 20. A word of thanks once again for our judges, who were Simon Cairns of Simon Cairns Consulting, Nikki Forrest of Phipps, Kimberly Davenport of Davenport Drinks Consulting, along with Harpers' own publisher Lee Sharkey, and with myself as chair. And do once again join the conversation by tweeting via @HarpersWine. We'd like to know your thoughts and who you might think can make it to the top 10. And one more word of thanks to our sponsor, Walker & Woodhouse, for helping ensure the 50 Best Indies list is the success it is. So, we kick off with number 20. With the bottom floor of its warehouse now a complimentary outlet to its refurbed King Street cellar, there's even more opportunity to browse, sample and buy from this merchant's extraordinary cornucopia of wine. Long described as a Venice Aladdin's cave, this is nonetheless backed by a rich range of events, good staff training, ongoing investment and the new website which is to launch soon. It's a wine lover's paradise. From Clitheroe, it's D. Byrne & Co. Fine Wines. In at 19, Class and a Glass from the swish but never stuffy merchant, where head honcho Charles Lee and team look to deliver real value across the exemplary portfolio behind the 5 stores. Wines are most typically sourced direct from growers with all the ancillary accoutrements such as cellar planning, en primeur and general advice on everyday drinking, all very much part of a personal parcel. It's London's Lee and Sandeman, of course. At number 18, quite different. If selling bodacious wine with a conscience is a refreshing business ethos, then the trio of chums running this Cardiff bottle shop have taken and run with it in a most convincing way. Strongly sustainable in both business and what it sources, the 180 strong list here features a growing roster of alternative packaging matched by alternative ways of promoting these wines to the world, from wine and DJ-led pairings to pop-up shops around its native Wales. From Cardiff, it is Wales' standout retailer, Chilled and Tannin. Our next indie is number 17. A superb wine and spirits list that runs to some 1,000 plus whiskies alone is impressive enough, but this is also backed by the passion and incredible knowledge of the staff. The self-stated ethos is of education through inebriation, but this translates sensibly as encouraging customers, be they returning international golfers or local students, to taste, explore and experience as much as possible to help spread that passion. It's Scotland's standout retailer, Luvians. Next up at 16, from lobbying for the indie sector as a whole to its impeccable yet broad range of wines and spirits, this multifaceted Cambridge merchant prides itself in offering individuality and real value. And this merchant imports direct as much as possible to underpin those ambitions. Co-owner Hal Wilson and his team very much consider themselves to be part of the UK independent family and, as such, are a role model for the sector. From Cambridge it is, of course, Cambridge Wine Merchants. At 15, this wine business may be part of a far bigger brewing and hospitality group, but nonetheless it's established itself as an innovative and go-ahead entity in its own right, not least with its mix of independently sourced and own-label offers. Sustainability, strong connection to local community and charitable activities are also much to the fore, delivering a fantastic all-rounder for East Anglia. From Southwold in Suffolk, it's East Anglia's standout retailer, Adnams. On to 14. On numbers alone, with 1,400 wines on board and 40% imported direct, not to mention an impeccable spirit selection, this North London merchant deserves a high place. But this is all backed by a strong focus on sustainability, impressive local community work and fundraising, all met by deserved growth of the business from this impressive indie. From London, it's Highbury Vintners. And it's lucky for summer 13. Having just picked up a 5th site in Twickenham, this superb West London hybrid immerses itself in its local scene, with a busy in-store tasting schedule, plus community events, delivering education that is also enjoyable. The list focuses on smaller producers, with seasonal collaborations a part of the mix, feeding into owner Mark Wrigglesworth's view that it's all about storytelling. From London, it's the Good Wine Shop. On to 12. This venerable merchant may have 325 years under its belt, but it has never stood still, with an impeccable portfolio anchored by its St James premise, and a reach that extends to trading offices in Japan, Hong Kong and Singapore. A noted wine school and exclusive fine wine and dining experiences add lustre to its evocative labyrinth of cellars, all topped by a royal warrant for His Majesty the King. It is Berry Brothers and Rudd. And so to number 11. Embedded in several of London's most pucker postcodes, this ever-vibrant business continues to strive ahead, delivering superb service and a great wine list to boot. Some 90% of its wines are shipped direct, with specialisms such as Italy matched by a very varied offer, with fine wine parcels and a busy tastings and event schedule across the estate. All of this is professionally delivered by their dynamic and knowledgeable team. It is Jeroboam's in London. So, we're moving towards the final heights of this stellar list. Huge congratulations to all the indies that have made the grade so far. Good stuff. And next up is the most elevated tranche of all. Do join us tomorrow for those voted the very top merchants in the country. Cheers.